Oh, wow.
8 measures E flat, 8 measures D. 1, 2, 1, 2. So my name is Yuval Adler, and this is Khatzotzra'ash, which is 2 Hebrew words melded together meaning trumpet and noise. The instrument's aim, if I were to try to say it in one sentence, would be to add a virtual instrument interface that uses all the existing capabilities of the trumpet player and the actual physical trumpet, instead of just adding what would essentially be a MIDI keyboard and sticking it on a trumpet. And in that way making an instrument that hopefully is informed by the actual nature of trumpeters and their trumpets. So the basic construction is there is a mouthpiece pickup right here that's taking the information from the buzz of the lips and passing it to the computer for some physical model sound synthesis, and a Yamaha silent brass pickup mute that is taking the acoustic trumpet sound and passing it as well, so that the player can choose if he wants to play only the acoustic trumpet or the virtual one, which can then be altered in infinitely creative ways. And the controls of the regular trumpet are not obstructed, so if you just want to play a trumpet, then you go ahead and do that. But then if you want to play the virtual instrument, then the parallel controls do pretty much the same operations as they would for the normal resonator tube, in that they would extend the tube different lengths. So you can sort of hear it resonating at a certain frequency, and then it just goes lower and lower. And you can play them both at the same time, and either in sync or out of sync. So that would sound when they're in sync. And you would get the sound kind of going through both the resonators, but then if I start doing other things, each one sort of responds kind of differently. So and the noise in the name was sort of the noise that gets lost when other versions of electronic trumpets like MIDI controllers were made. Then pretty much anything you do around the, like with your mouth and with the air that you breathe, is only condensed down to how much air you're putting out, which usually controls the volume. And there's not much more information that makes it through the quantization of, are you playing a C or a B or a B flat. But the information that most trumpet players are actually outputting is much richer than that. There's all the in-between and the kind of not hitting a note exactly, whether intentionally or unintentionally, that is an essential part of the music making. And that's what I wanted to preserve when I made the ability to just let a trumpet player control a virtual instrument without having to make any without making any obtrusive modifications to the trumpet itself or to the playing process. And that's about it.
Oh, wow.
8 measures E flat, 8 measures D. 1, 2, 1, 2. So, basically you have a microphone at the end, a microphone here next to the mouthpiece. Both of those signals can be played together or either one. This controls, just as the trumpet does, the length of the resonator tube. This controls the length of the physical model of the resonator inside the computer, which just takes the signal from the mouthpiece and drives the virtual trumpet inside. And just this sounds like...
Oh, I turned
Yeah,
it.
sorry. And once we have it in the computer, we can start playing around with different parameters. So this is just like cycling through 3 different Q factors, decay factors. And that's about it.